So Deeks, a 1-0 win away from home today. How pleased are you with that performance overall?
I'm ecstatic, to be honest with you. In really, really difficult conditions with the pitch. We just had to walk on there ourselves, and it's so sandy, and it just cuts up. So credit must go to the lads. I asked them to go and fight. I said it wasn't going to be pretty. It was going to be a moment of quality that decides it. Great free kick from Jamie. But I thought the lads at the back again were class. Coxey coming into the side. Looked like he'd never been away, to be fair, for 3 or 4 games. So the whole side just battled, put their bodies on the line, competed. The lads that came on, energy-wise, gave us a real impetus. The lads that started the game battled tirelessly on a very, very difficult, heavy pitch. So I'm over the moon with that result. I think it's a difficult place to come. You look at their side; it's littered with ex-Football League players, but you wouldn't have known that after the game which side was which. So. It's really pleasing for me to see them now. Really, game management wise was fantastic. Managing the game, doing the basics right, and making a team full of ex-Football League players look pretty average on the night, to be fair. But there wasn't much in it. It was always going to be a moment of quality that decided the game. But I thought my lads were good value for the 3 points again.
It was quite contested, I'd say, in the first half. Do you think they might have come into the game, as in ourselves, came into the game a little bit like we'd played 4 or 5 games on the bounce Saturday, Tuesday, and then the second half when you'd made those subs, that's when we sort of kicked to life a little bit and pushed on for that goal?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's my job as a manager to recognise that. I'm asking these lads, they've got jobs, they've got families, away from home on a Tuesday night, playing the games that they've played, the travelling that they've done in the recent weeks. It's the same for everybody, no excuse. But I think, I said at half time we're gonna have to make some changes. TC and Hutch came off, and the 2 young guys went on with the energy, and it did give us a bit of impetus. And you could see their back four dropping a bit deeper, a little bit more of a different dynamic, a different threat. But the lads, the game plan was to batter them down a little bit with the older, experienced boys, and then bring the flying machines on second half. Had to happen a little bit earlier. I felt that just the way the game was going needed to be changed, and they looked like a real threat when they came on. And when any player will tell you when you're playing against pace, it's hard to play against. But that was the game plan. Again, they executed it very well. 1-0 away from home, they're the best kind of wins. The grind out ones, 1-0, I'll take them all day long. So yeah, I think everyone played their part tonight. I'm really proud of the lads.
And obviously you said that was 1-0. It was Jamie Walker on the score sheet again. Do you think he sort of has a mindset now where he almost has to score every game?
Yeah, attacking players, goal scorers, strikers, they want to score goals. You watch Harry Kane, there's multiple times when he could pass, but he backs himself to score. There was one 5 minutes earlier where he's gone to shoot and he's fell over and he's gone out for a throw-in. So, it's he's got to take the chances. You've got to take the chance to shoot. You've got to take the chance to, have a pot shot at goal sometimes. But that moment of quality from the free kick, and I've been asking him for all year, can we get more free kicks on target? Because he's got the quality to do it. Did in the corner, goal. And once you go 1-0 up, I don't think that it never looked like really losing that lead. The lads were at the back were determined to keep a clean sheet. But we stand here again talking about Jamie's goal, which is great. And he's let everybody know he scored again in there, I'm sure. But it's like I said, when you've got a man in form and he's scoring goals, you want to try and get the ball to him, and any set piece in and around the box, you want him to take it. So same with the penalties. He probably could have had a couple more, a couple of shots blocked. But like I said on the night, I don't think there was that much between the teams. It's difficult to play on there. It's always going to be, I said at half time, it'd be a 1-0 or a 2-1 before the game as well. So, we've come out on side on top. But again, like I said, I thought it was full value for it. But I'm really pleased for Jamie because, he's a quality player. And the more we can galvanise players in form and scoring, the better. And like I said it last week, I feel sorry for TC because his work rate's there. It's just not falling for him. It wasn't falling for Jamie at the start of the year, it was falling for TC. So I don't care where the goals come from, to be honest with you, as long as the team performance is good and everyone's fighting for each other and playing for each other and making that sacrifice. And that's the main thing, and you'll get results by doing that. If you've got a group of lads that are together and there's a great environment in there, they'll work hard for each other. You won't go far wrong. But Jamie's on the right side of it at the moment. He's scoring his goals, which is pleasing.
Yeah. And that was the 4th victory on the bounce now, I think. We're up to 6th now, albeit we're sort of played 1 or 2 more games than the teams around us. But where do the lads' mentality have to be at now as they push forward and try to keep this sort of winning run going?
Yeah, I think it's just taking one game at a time. That's the key. We've done that for the past probably block of 6 or 7 games, especially having to regroup, like I said, after the workshop game. So I think for me, it's just keep playing each game as it comes. Play it like it's your last, like I say to them. Keep grinding, keep working hard. keep doing the basics very well, which is what they're doing. Work hard. Usually you get out of football what you put into it, and they're getting the rewards at the minute by doing that. So I would say maintain that, keep the levels up there, keep the work rate, desire, intensity. But I think for me, like you mentioned last week, the game management's got better. You've seen a Shire at 18 years old running into the corner, just killing the game, you know. That's what we didn't do probably much of in the first, but you know, now I think when you come away from home, you have to do that. You're playing against good players, good teams. You have to, your game management's got to be, and it's pleasing that they're doing that and they're learning from it. And you know, you forget how young some of these players are. So I think for us the key is just take each game as it comes now. Keep the standards, keep the levels. My job to keep driving them. Their job to take ownership and keep them there. And then we're all on the same page. I'm sure we'll be all right.
And looking forward to Saturday now. It's Lincoln at home. I know when we travelled to Lincoln's ground, we didn't really put on the best performance. I know you were quite disappointed. Are you hoping that you can sort of put that behind them now and, you know, just go out there and try and win it?
To be fair, as soon as that happens, that is forgotten about. For me, it's always about the next game and how can you improve and get better. So, you know, that's long forgotten from my side. They're in good vein of form. You know, again, I'm sure it'll be a tough game. We've got some good players, good side. Every game in this league's tough. But again, we'll assess the squad. They're going to have Thursday night off. They've done some hard yards over recent weeks. They deserve a rest. So we'll assess the lads, and hopefully, you know, injuries-wise, knocks, bangs, niggles. Hutchie's took a rake down his Achilles tonight, which the ref didn't see, which I'm shocked about. But anyway, we won't move on to that. But so we'll see how he is, and we'll go from there. But yeah, we're looking forward to the game back at home. You know, we're in good form. That's all I can ask at the moment. So we're in a good place, and we'll see what Saturday brings. Obviously, we'll go out and try and win the game, play as hard as we can.